Hey, so I still haven't gotten my computer set up. I've been really busy. I'm sorry about that. But some of these videos just don't really require a better setup. Some of these videos, like this one, can be short, they can be off the cuff, they can be poorly executed, whatever. Um, so I just finished reading Interviews and Obituaries by Colin Liddell. Now, Colin Liddell is the first person who published me. He published two of my papers. This was years ago. This was in 2022, I believe. Uh, he published me. He published two of my papers. He he has been all over the place. He's done a lot of work for a lot of different papers. But he currently runs Neocrat. And I believe he also runs Affirmative Right. Um, but my papers were published on Neocrat. And actually, the Neocrat YouTube channel, you can actually watch the video version of one of my articles because I guess he thought it was so good that he made it into a video, which was pretty cool, and it is very aesthetic. I like it. Now this book, there's actually a lot to talk about because he presents some of the interviews he's done, and he presents some of the obituaries he's written. Now he makes it apparent that he is right wing. He is right wing. He's always been right wing. He might be a white nationalist. He gives off white nationalist vibes. He talks about racial issues in a way that a white nationalist would. There's some interesting stuff in here. There was an article near the end. It was an obituary, but it was a generality for a bunch of different people who all committed assassinations, political assassinations. It was basically just for the political assassins of the United States. And he got me thinking about this other book that I haven't read yet, but I want to read, called On Killing. But he ties the number of assassinations, the frequency with which assassinations are carried out, with the virility of a civilization. And he claims that the American civilization was very virile not too long ago because of the number of assassinations we just carried out on a regular basis. Then he also he did an obituary for Hugh Hefner. He says that Hugh Hefner wasn't completely degenerate because he had kids. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. I don't know if that's really the case. He also did an obituary for John Lennon, which was interesting. He talks about Zen. He talks about the practice of Zen and how it relates to other topics such as jazz, specifically jazz piano in particular. He writes an obituary for a jazz pianist who talked about jazz as though it were Zen Buddhism. And so it was easy for Colin to make the connection between jazz and Zen Buddhism. So yeah, this was actually a pretty good book. I did hear talk that Colin was going to put out another book soon. I talked to him. When I bought this book like 2 or 3 years ago. And I told Colin that I got his book, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's about time for me to put out another one." So I don't know if he's put out another one yet, but if he hasn't put out another one, we should be expecting another one pretty soon. Another thing, I actually told Colin this, but when he first encountered me, I was not a white nationalist. I can no longer say that about myself. I have changed so much in such a short period of time. And so reading his white nationalist rhetoric was very, I agreed with a lot of it already, because it just makes sense. So, yeah, it was a good book. This was a short book. It's very short. Look at how thin it is. And it's, the text is kind of big, so it's a little easier to read. And the chapters are short, so it's not a difficult read at all. And I started reading this because I tried reading Behemoth, and Behemoth was not easy to read. I needed a break from big, tough books for a while, because after reading 500 pages in 5 days, I just needed a break. So I started reading something shorter, something lighter, and that's what I did. So yeah, that's about all. Thank you for watching. Peace.